here, back again with the 9th episode of the Leicester City career mode. We are in the transfer window currently, and we have a transfer offer here for Musquay. Anyways, don't have to worry about pronouncing his name for much longer because he is on his way out of the club to Crewe Alexander. Didn't catch a glimpse of what that team was. We don't want to be managing an international side. And now we have a scout report. So we're going to reject him, and him, and him, and him. Are we going to reject all of them? Okay, there we go. We got first decent player there, and our only decent player in that scout report. But I'm not too bothered about it because we have a pretty decent youth squad right now. So now, on to the next game. We have Southampton at home, I believe. We'll have to see here in a couple of days. Middlesbrough have... Okay, so we asked last episode for them to give us 12 million for him. They've offered us 9 million, and I think I'm going to accept that, unless we have a different offer. Okay, so no, they're still the only offer in for him, and I don't really see him being part of, this club's future. So we're going to go ahead and let him go for 9 million. I would have hoped to get more, but, I still want to sell him regardless. So there we go. As soon as they get his wages sorted out, he will be on his way out of the club, and that might be him leaving there. Let's see. Was that him? No, that's that Musquay guy. Alright, so now, okay, so it's away, not at home. But anyways, this is an important match because the teams around us, looks like they all won their previous games. Now, Crystal Palace does have 2 games in hand, as does Arsenal, and then Chelsea's got a game in hand. So we could make up some serious ground here, and maybe even go... Yeah, we could go second if we win both of these games, or joint second at least. So, both of our next 2 games, that is. But first, we need to beat Southampton away, which is going to be tough, but I think we can do it. I didn't even look at the lineup, but I guess this is the team we're going with. So Vardy has opened the scoring early on, and just a couple of yellow cards and nothing else so far in this game. Still 1-0, 55 minutes played. Hopefully we can hold on to this until the end of the match. Still 1-0. This would be a very good result for us. Southampton are a tough side, and we're playing them away, and we have won 1-0. Very good result there, and a big 3 points. So where does that put us in the table? Okay, so we can't really see because we got the Emirates FA Cup there, or just the FA Cup, whatever. So we're going to go into training again, hopefully get some players up in rating. Indeed there, up to 80 rated, very good stuff from him. I said at the beginning of the season that he could get up to 83 or 84 rated, I believe, and it's looking like that could happen. He could be our Asensio of this career mode. Obviously, in the Real Madrid career mode, we trained Asensio throughout the entire first season. Now, you guys wouldn't have seen how high he ends up going, but I'll say he ends up at least 87 rated. You have to keep watching the episodes to see how high he can go, but I believe the most recent episode you will have seen him be 87 rated. But yeah, so hopefully, indeed, he can be the one like that in this career mode. But we're going to change up the lineup a little bit for this next game. We're going to get Drinkwater back in. Our next game is in the Cup, so it's a little bit less important. I want to get him back in form because he's one of our best players. He's got that down arrow right now, but we're going to want to change that. And then the rest of the lineup is going to stay the same for the next match. I'm going to try and get that Brazilian guy. I forget his name already. Oh well. The guy that wants out of the club, he's our backup right mid. I'm going to try and play him at left mid for a game or two and see how we can do out there. But not for this game. I want to progress to the next round of this. Maybe if it's at home. If it's at home, we'll experiment a little bit. And we've got an offer here for Kaputska from Middlesbrough, another Premier League team. That'll be good for him to get some experience in the Premier League. Obviously, he hasn't played that many games, if any, this season for us, but he is 20 years old. He's got some potential. Alright, so it is away, so it's going to be sort of difficult. Now, they are a very weak team, though. Fuck it. We'll start him. So it's Malcolm. Malcolm's his name. Yeah. I forgot. He's Brazilian, right? Yes. Okay, I thought so. So he's going to start on the left, and we're going to see how he can do out there. He can't technically play right wing, but I think he can do a job. So we'll see how he can do out there. We're also going to give Bellerin a little bit of a rest. He's not tired, but we do have a game right after this. And Mendy there, he's still performing well at center back, so we're going to keep playing him. We're also going to rest De Vrij because I want him ready for the next game. So we're not going to start a full-strength side, but we're going to start a nearly full-strength side in this match. And hopefully we can pick up the win and progress to the next round. As soon as we get out of this loading screen, we'll be good to go. Alright, so Portsmouth away. Portsmouth, I've managed them a lot in past FIFAs. Obviously, they're nowhere near as good as they used to be. They used to play in the Premier League. They're in the 4th division now, I believe. They could be in the 3rd division. But regardless, we should be winning this. And Vardy's put us 1-0 up pretty early on. Hopefully we can score at least a couple more goals. We got one more. Okazaki there. Both of our strikers putting in a goal. Very nice to see. And it's now 60 minutes in. Still 2-0. Be nice if we could keep a clean sheet here. I do recognize some of those names on the Portsmouth team. And Okazaki has made it 3-0. Very nice performance there. A big win, and Okazaki with another 2 goals to add to his tally for the season. He's really starting to hit form. And now we're just going to go through some training. And then we're going to try and get in a striker, I think. It is pretty late on in the transfer window. I did leave it a little late. I was hoping to get rid of Slimani this season because he is 83 rated, but he has done absolutely nothing for us the whole season. He's got 1 assist in 19 games. So I was really hoping to get him out of the squad, but we haven't done. Have we sold Musa yet? I wasn't paying attention. I don't think we have, actually. We must have done because we got a decent transfer budget there. So, are we going to be able to bring in a decent player here? We can't bring in somebody worth too much. Maybe I'm going to look at the free agents and see who is up for grabs there, see if there's any young strikers in there. Free agents can be a great place to get players when you're managing a very low-level club. Leicester isn't a very low-level club, but we could still get a decent player from the free agents. It doesn't look like there's any good ones right now, though. What about a little bit older? I don't think we're going to get any players from here. No. Okay, so there's not really anyone worth getting. Who else could we start? We could try... Obviously, I've not scouted anyone or like looked on Foothead or anything. So any players that I'm going for are just off the top of my head. But I can't really think of any players that are going to be within our budget at the time. At this time. But we're going to look for some older players. I'm going to see if we can bring in someone that's like, we'll say 33 or older. Llorente could be a shout. We're going to look for Premier League players. Okay, so we've got Defoe there, who could be a decent player for us. Obviously, Ibra is old, but he's still worth a lot because he's 89 rated. We are going to try and bring in Defoe, I think. I did not mean to inquire, or add him to the shortlist, whichever I did. So, we probably can afford him. I'm going to actually look to trade Ulloa for him as well. We're going to try and get him off of the team. He hasn't started a single game this season, I don't think. Would be nice to get Petey Crouch in just for the bants, but he's pretty bad in career mode, so we're not going to do that. And then let's look for... okay, I just reset everything. Oops. Let's look for a Spanish striker. I feel like there's lots of Spanish strikers, lots of older Spanish strikers that could be good for us. Ooh, David Villa, actually. He is one of my favorite players in real life, and it'd be awesome to bring him into the club. But let's just look through here. We got Adariz there, who his contract is expiring in 6 months, and he's probably going to be pretty high rated still. So 35 years old with a contract expiring soon. We could be able to bring him in. I'm going to offer $6 million to start, because I would think we'd be able to get him for fairly cheap, considering his age and contract. We got Castor there as well. Who's retiring, so we can't offer him a contract. Is Villa in here? There's Villa, 80 rated, on a very, very small, like, lowly contract, obviously because he plays in the MLS. So he is one of their key players, but he's only worth $6.5 million. I'm gonna offer $7 million to start. I would love to bring David Villa into the club. He would probably jump straight to the lineup ahead of Vardy currently, because of the fact that he's one of my favorite players, and he's also Spanish as well. Obviously, with me supporting Real Madrid, I love to see Spain doing well. Also, they're the national team that I support. And okay, so Jermaine Defoe, they've rejected that. Why did they reject it? They're not interested in the player. The money's not enough. So we've only got 800,000 more pounds unless we adjust the wage. So we'll try offering that. But I think Villa is my prime target right now. They've rejected it as well. They want 11 million. Okay, so that's doable. I'm gonna offer 9 million and Ulloa. That's a pretty high bid. They should accept that. I would think that they would. And then Bilbao have rejected that because the player is too valuable to them. We are also going to go in with a new bid here. We're just going to go to 9 million. See if they accept that. Adderley is going to be a little bit higher rated than Villa at this point in his career. They're the same age though, but again, with Villa being one of my favorite players, he is my preferred player to go in and sign. Looks like we've got a match here on transfer deadline day against Burnley, and this will be a great game to have David Villa because Okazaki is a little bit tired, and Malcolm did have a good game from the looks of it. He's got that up arrow, that diagonal up arrow, but he's a little bit tired, so we're going to start Albrighton. Fuchs is a little bit tired, but Chilwell, we're not going to start Chilwell. We're going to put De Vrij back in, and then Bellerin back in, because they have full fitness. I think that's the team that we're going to go with in the next game. Now let's just check quickly. Did Musa leave the club? I'm pretty sure that he did, but I don't actually remember the club confirming it. Yeah, he left the club. So Slimani is on the reserves right now. He's going to stay in the reserves for a little bit. He's going to have a nice long break before he gets back into the team because he has not been good for us. I will try starting him in a couple of games. Maybe if we get Villa, he might not actually play the rest of the season. But we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. So, okay, we don't want to manage them. Okay. And we've already seen these. We'll just not delete those. Doesn't really matter. Shouldn't affect anything. But anyway, so here we go. Next game, away to Burnley. It's a match I'm expecting to win, but it is away, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. We did draw the home leg of this fixture, and this is going to be the last game of the episode. We're going to finish off transfer deadline day though, and Vokes has scored for them. The Welshman, I believe, is but Vardy has equalized just a little bit later, and then Ndidi, I believe with his first goal of the season, has made it 2-1. That could be a very important first goal for him, but Vardy has actually made it 2-0. That should be the 3 points secured. De Vrij picked up an injury, which is not great. Hopefully it's minor, but we did pick up the 3 points, which is amazing, especially considering we drew them 0-0 at home earlier in the season. Okay, so he is out for, oh my god, 2 months he's out for. That is a long time. He's going to be out for most of the rest of the season, unless he comes back early. But yeah, that is a big loss there. Obviously, we signed him earlier in the season, close to the end of the transfer window. But New York CFC have accepted the offer, and we're going to go in for V here. He wants almost nothing for the wages. That's very low for him to demand. I'm going to get him on a 2-year contract. Hopefully, we can get 2 years out of him. I'm going to say important first-team player. I don't want to give him crucial first-team player just in case things don't pan out. I wouldn't want him to get unhappy and want to leave. We're not even going to worry about dealing with those other 2 players until we get this, see if we can get Villa in. He is my current favorite to bring in, and he has accepted the contract. There we go. David Villa, 35 years old, still 80 rated, an amazing player, an absolute legend of the game. I grew up watching David Villa play for Spain. Him and Torres up front together, absolutely incredible. But now we're just going to go ahead and just quick sim the rest of this transfer deadline day. And there we go. So we brought in David Villa. We won a few games. Very good episode overall. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys